Hello, thank you for joining me for another beer review. It's been a little while, so apologies about that. I have been doing the odd bit of beer review here and there, but I've had some trouble with my phone and recording equipment. Really, that's the main thing. Still been going out, still been having beers, not had any time off or nothing substantial anyway, just like days in between like you do. But so finally I've done a few tests and it seems like the phone's okay, so hopefully you can hear me alright. It's not any of that fuzzy noise unfortunately that I had on the previous review. Anyway, I picked this up a while ago. It's from Thornbridge. It's a double dry hopped Jaipur. It's coming in at 5.9% ABV, so it's the double dry hop version of that classic Jaipur. This has been around for a while, but it's just one of them beers I've never really got round to trying. I think September of 2020, when it was the end of September of 2020 when this first came out. So these guys are out of Bakewell in Derbyshire. This is a new beer to celebrate. It was a new beer to celebrate their 15th anniversary of Jaipur. Double dry hopped version, creating an even punchier tropical fruit character. Now the hops in this then are Chinook, Centennial, Simcoe, Columbus, Cascade and Antium. I'm butchering that up, and I am. I've heard of the hop before, but so yeah, contains malted barley and wheat, obviously water as well. The usual spiel. This was canned on the 2nd of September of 2021. Best before the 2nd of March of 2022. So I purchased this one at Morrison's in Sittingbourne, and wow, I mean, I know it's a bigger store compared to my local one in Margate, but what a difference. I mean, the beer aisle was just like, I was quite impressed, to be honest. There wasn't too much I really wanted to pick up. I just went on the off chance had something to eat in the morning going down the road to actually, funnily enough, on the putty release day on that Friday. But yeah, this was sitting there, so I thought, do you know what, I'll give that a try. Never had it before. I've had the Imperial version of Jaipur many years ago when it first came out in the big 500ml bottles, and obviously I've had Jaipur a fair few times, like we all have, or I assume most of us have had, on cask, bottle, various size bottle and can. So we just give it a pour. Sorry about the cross brewery glass, but I haven't got a brewery glass from Thornbridge yet. So Thornbridge, yeah, I've had a fair few bits from them over the years. Mainly their, what's it called? It'll come to me, don't worry. So beer in a glass, we'll try and keep the logo off the front of the screen. Beer in a glass then, hazy as you'd expect. It's classed as an international IPA, so a mixture of hops from different continents. Didn't really pour much of a head, just covering the top of the beer there, nothing crazy. It's quite a light haze, it's nothing murky, thick or anything like that, sort of in body wise. But I don't know how much I actually paid for this in Morrison's. I'd imagine it's around about £2.50, £3 mark, something like that. I don't know. I very rarely go shopping for beers in supermarkets, but maybe I'll change. We'll see how it goes. But with the way things are going and stuff, I might have to. But anyway, for now, this is kind of I've got another beer that I'll review after this from the supermarket, but we'll see how it goes. This is one I've been wanting to try. It's not new or nothing like that. Anyway, let's stop gassing and get an aroma. Nice kind of light, very kind of lemon pith-esque, kind of overripe pineapple. Pale stone fruits, maybe a touch of honeydew lemons, a slight sweetness coming through. Yeah, very tropical. Kind of that general feel you get. You know, a lot of these beers I find run together, but this is quite a pleasant one. It's not, you know, it's not crazy dank or anything like that. It's just straight up, you know, IPA tropical. Let's give it a try, see what it tastes like. Cheers. bit of bite there, almost like a slight kind of piney bite right at the front. That actually follows through quite nicely. Definitely getting a sweetness there in between, but there is a slight bit of bitterness there, which is quite nice. It's actually staying at its 45 IBUs. I've just noticed on Untapped there. So interesting one. I don't know if it probably doesn't say it on the can. I normally get very limited information, things like that, on cans these days. On quite a lot of brews, not all, but quite a lot. May contain sediment, the usual bits and bats, you know, as you'd expect. But yeah, this is drinking really nice. Feels weird doing a review, but it's weird. It's funny how that works. You do them regularly. I mean, I'm 6 minutes in. I've only just started drinking a beer. I do like that. There's a slight kind of dry pininess to it. It lingers. That with a little bit of that bite, as I say, from the bitterness. Quite like it. It's got a bit of character about it, rather than these kind of generic. Although they're pretty good. Of course, the haze crazed New England style. It's got a bit of bite, a bit of pine, a bit of almost West Coast type influence somewhere along the line, for my palate at least. It's leaving a nice lacing there with the part of the beer I've had. Let's pour the rest of the beer in then, and we'll finish up with this one. A bit hazier as you'd expect towards the bottom of the can. Just not get too much of the gunk. Hopefully it's been kept in the actual top part of the lip there. So, has it changed any? No, still a pretty decent beer, I have to say. I can't remember what I'd say for the price. I'd like to try it again, just to see if it's just how can. That's another thing with supermarket beers. I used to find when these kind of craftier type beers come out, was the consistency levels from not saying not picking out Thornbridge in particular either. So it's not them, but other breweries. Consistency levels was really poor. So sometimes if you're paying £3.50, sometimes £4 a can, and you're buying multiples of these beers and the quality isn't there, or oxidisation, etc., then you kind of think to yourself, well, I could have paid £5 for a can, and you know it's going to be pretty damn solid all the way from an independent. So just a little thing. I mean, I'm sure at some point we'll talk more about this in other beer reviews for beers from supermarkets. If I get a duff one, I'm going to shout it out. It's just I'm reviewing at the can I've got, or bottle I've got at the time. Most of it's cans these days, of course. But so yeah, back to the beer. One more sip and I'll clear off for you. I'm quite enjoying that, I have to say. I'm liking that slight kind of pine needle aspect to it, a little bit of bitterness and bite as well. But it just fits all in quite nicely with what you're getting as well, that kind of pineapple-y, pale stone fruit. I'd say more of a grapefruit than a honeydew melon, on the taste at least, but it definitely comes across more of a honeydew on the aroma. But yeah, all round, really nice, interesting beer, and one that, if they're banging out beers consistently like this, I'll be sure to get some more for sure. So let me know if you've had this one before from Thornbridge. This is their double dry hopped Jaipur. This can at least was very nice. Thanks for watching then, you take care, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.